Okay, so we did some of these in class on Friday, so we're not going to do them again. Let's take a look at number 1. What do we need to do here? Multiply 4 to everything. So what is our matrix going to be?
0, -16, and -20.
Awesome. 0, -16, and -20. Perfect. So all we did was multiply 4 to each thing in our matrix. Alright. Let's look at number 2. Here we're adding. So what do we need to do to add these? Are we multiplying?
No, add.
We're adding. So we add the same spots, right?
Yeah.
So we have 4 plus 1, which is 5. Then we have -4 plus 3, -1. Then we have 1 plus 4, 5. And then 6 minus 3, 3. And then -4 plus -3, -7. And lastly, we have 6 plus -1. 5. Perfect. So this is our answer. When you are adding and subtracting matrices, you just have to make sure that they are the same size. So in order to add or subtract, they have to be the same size. What would your answer be if they're not the same size? Undefined. Alright, so we did 3 in class together on Friday, so let's take a look at 4. What do we do here? Awesome, multiply -4 to everything. So what's -4 times -4? What's -4 times 3? -12. What's -4 times -1? 4. And -4 times 5? -20. So this is our answer. Any questions about adding or subtracting? I think we have one more to do. Alright, let's look at number 6. What should we do first here? The parentheses. So we want to do what's inside the parentheses first. So we're subtracting inside the parentheses. So what is -4 minus -3? Remember, this is -4 minus -3. This becomes a plus sign, so -4 plus 3 would be -1. Perfect. And then we have 0 minus -5. What would this be? Awesome. Positive 5. Then we have 3 minus 5, -2. And 6 minus 0, 6. What do we need to do next? Multiply the 4 to everything. So -1 times 4, -4. 4 times 5, 20. 4 times -2, and 4 times 6, 24. Awesome. Any questions about adding or subtracting? You guys feel good about adding and subtracting matrices? Alright, let's look at number 7. Now we are multiplying matrices. So what's the size of the first one? 2 by 2, so 2 rows by 2 columns. What's the size of our second one? 3 by 2, we have 3 rows and 2 columns. Can we multiply these two matrices together? No, because the insides are not the same. So what's our answer here? Undefined. Sure. You can put no solution. Same thing. All right, let's look at number 8. What's the size of our first one? A 2 by 1. We have 2 rows and 1 column. What about the second one?
Can you show number 5, please?
All right, what's the size of our second one here? What's the size of the second one? 1 by 2. We have 1 row and 2 columns. Can we multiply these together? Yes. And what's the size of our answer going to be? A 2 by 2. So we're going to have 2 rows and 2 columns. So we're going to have 4 numbers in our answer. In the first matrix, do we move in rows or columns? The first one. On the left. We move in rows, and the second one, we move in columns. So always, just think it's the same. We have rows by columns. Rows always comes first. So the first one, on the left, we move in rows. The second one, we move in columns. So we're going to start with our first row, first column. So what do we do? So we're looking at our first row and first column. So what do we get? What do we do with those? Awesome. We multiply them together. So -2 times 3. Just going to rewrite it over here.
-6.
-6. Perfect. Next, what do we look at? Perfect. First row, second column. So we get -2 times 4. What's -2 times 4? -8. Next, we look at which one? So second row, first column, we have 0 times 3. What's 0 times 3?
0.
0. And then lastly, what do we look at? Second row, second column. So what do we get? 0 times 4, which is 0.
0.
So this is our answer. Any questions here? So the size of our first one is a 2 by 2. What's the size of our second? 2 by 2. Can we multiply these together? Yes. What's the size of our answer going to be? A 2 by 2. So our answer is going to have 2 rows and 2 columns, so we're going to get 4 numbers in here. In the first matrix, we move in rows, and the second one we move in columns. So what do we need to do first? What do we do first? So we look at the first row and first column. So we have 2 times negative 2. What do we do next?
Negative 4.
But what are we missing? We have more than just 2 and negative 2 highlighted in pink. So what are we missing? Awesome. We multiplied the first number times the first number, then we need to add the second number times the second number. So 5 times 4. What's 5 times 4? 20. And negative 4 plus 20? 16. So that's our first number. Alright, what do we look at next? So you're saying the second row, second column?
Yeah.
Did we skip something? Are we done with the first row? Are we done with the first row? Before we move on to the second row, we have to finish the first row. So we need to look at the first row and which column? First row, second column, because we just did the first row, first column, so first row, second column is next. So what do we multiply first? 2 times 2, first number times the first number, and then second number times the second number, so 5, so plus 5 times negative 2. So what's 2 times 2? What's 2 times 2?
4.
And what is 5 times negative 2?
Negative 10.
Negative 10. So what's 4 minus 10? Negative 6. Alright, next one. What do we look at next? Second row, first column. So what do we do first? Negative 2 times negative 2 plus the second number times the second number, so 0 times 4. What's negative 2 times negative 2? 4. And what's 0 times 4? So what's 4 plus 0? 4. Alright, last one. What do we look at next? Second row, second column. What do we do with the second row, second column? Negative 2 times 2. So first number times the first number. Plus 0 times negative 2. So what's negative 2 times 2? And what is 0 times 2? So it's negative 4 plus 0. Negative 4. So then this is our answer. Any questions here? Make sure you guys know how to solve a 2 by 2 times a 2 by 2. Alright, any questions from the first page? Alright, second page. Yes. Let's look at number 12. What should we do to solve this? Anybody? Help me out.
Negative. Times each of them by -1.
Alright, let's multiply everything in the first equation by -1. So our goal is to get the y's to cancel, so we need to make one of them negative. So if we do that, we have to multiply everything in the equation by -1. So it's 3x times -1. -3x. What's y times -1? And what is -6 times -1? +6. Can we combine these two equations together now? Yeah, because we see our y's are now going to cancel. So what's -x minus 3x? -x minus 3x. So it's like a -1 minus 3.
-2.
They're both negative, so we add the numbers. So it's -1 minus 3. It'd be -4. Because they're both negative, so you just add the numbers together but keep the negative sign. So it'd be like 1 plus 3, but since they're both negative, it would be -4. So -4x, what happens to the y's? Cancel. And then 6 plus 6? 12. How do we solve for x? Divide by -4. So it cancels on the left. What is x equal to? -3. What do we do with that -3 now? Plug it in where? Which one? Sure. Doesn't matter as long as we plug it in for x. So we have 3 times -3 plus y is equal to -6. What's 3 times -3? Three times -3. -9 plus y is equal to -6. What do we do next? Add 9. So y is equal to, what's -6 plus 9? -6 plus 9. 3. Thank you. So y is equal to 3, x is equal to -3. Any questions? Alright, 13. What do we do first? You want to eliminate the y's? It doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want first. But what do we have to do to one of the equations to get our y's to cancel? Multiply it by 2. So we got to multiply our first equation by 2. So what's -2x times 2? -4x. What's y times 2? And then what's -8 times 2? -16. So now, are our y's going to cancel? Yep. So let's combine everything together. So what is -2x minus 4x? Negative 6x. Our y's cancel. What's negative 2 minus 16? Negative 18. How do we solve for x? Divide by negative 6. So what do we get for x? X is equal to 3. Perfect. Now, what do we do next? Sure, let's plug it into the second one. So we have 2, negative 2 times 3 minus 2y is equal to negative 2. What's negative 2 times 3? Negative 6 minus 2y is equal to negative 2. What do we do next? Awesome. Add 6 to both sides. So negative 2y is equal to, what's negative 2 plus 6? 4. And then what do we do? Divide by negative 2. So y is equal to, what's 4 divided by negative 2? Negative 2. Perfect. Any questions on this one? Alright, let's look at 14. What do we do first? You want to eliminate the x's or eliminate the y's? Y's. What should we do next? Perfect. The equations are already set up for us, so we just want to combine everything now. So 7x minus 10x. Negative 3x. Y's cancel. 8 plus 4. 12. So 3x is equal to 12. What should we do next? Divide by negative 3. So what do we get for x? X is equal to negative 4. What should we do next? Let's plug it into the second one. So we have negative 10 times negative 4 minus 6y is equal to 4. What should we do first? Multiply. So we got 40 minus 6y is equal to 4. Now what? What do we do? Are we adding it or subtract? Since it's positive, to get rid of it, we want to subtract. So we have negative 6y is equal to, what's 4 minus 40? Negative 36. Then we divide by negative 6. So y is equal to 6. Awesome. Any questions on this one? You guys good with this? Alright. 15. What should we do first? You want to cancel out the x's or cancel out the y's? The x's. Are they already set up for us? Yep, they're good to go. We have a positive 3x and a negative 3x. So what do we do next? What should we do next? Add them all. So our x's, what happens to them? What happens to our x's? Cancel. What's negative 3y minus 2y? Negative 5y. And what's 0 plus 15? 15. How do we solve for y? So y is equal to what? Y is equal to negative 3. Perfect. What do we do with that negative 3? Which one, the first or the second? Sure, let's plug it into the second. Just got to make sure we're plugging it into y. So we have negative 3x minus 2 times negative 3 is equal to 15. What should we do first to solve? What should we do first to solve? Multiply. So we got negative 3x. What is negative 2 times negative 3? Positive 6. That's equal to 15. What should we do next? Subtract 6. So negative 3x is equal to, what's 15 minus 6? Nine. And then what? Divide by negative 3. So what do we get for x? Awesome. 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3. So x is negative 3 and y is negative 3. Any questions on this one? Alright, last one. What should we do first? What do we do first? Combine them. So what's 2x plus 8x? 10x. What's negative 2y plus 2y? Cancels. And 6 plus a negative 6? Or 6 minus 6? 0. What should we do next? Divide by 10. What is 0 divided by 10? 0. So x is equal to 0. What do we do with this? The second one? So we have 8 times 0 plus 2y is equal to negative 6. What should we do first? So 0 times 8, which is just 0. So we have 2y is equal to negative 6. Divide by 2. So y is equal to negative 3. Perfect. Any questions from the review? These are the types of questions you're going to see on the test. You'll have some where you're adding and subtracting matrices, some where you multiply by a scalar, some where you multiply the matrices together, and then some where you solve the systems of equations.